What's up, guys? Samurai King 8 is here today to talk about One Piece, chapter 837. A fucking great chapter, man. I love this chapter so much, man. Probably one of my favorite chapters of this arc so far. Man, we got two enemies defeated, a good fight. Well, I mean, not a fight, kind of a really decent, and a little bit of information that was very don't want to say important or real. It's very informative. It's very and really cool to know. So first thing first, let's talk about this cover page with Yasop, and we see him laughing, and we already know he most likely is laughing at the fact that God Usopp is a thing. His son is a god. Like whoa, like what they make him? If his son's a god, then what is he? Wow. But interesting thing here about um the cover page is you don't see Shanks, Ben Beckman, or the fat guy. I can't think his name now. The guy with the little goggles. I can't think his name. But because like usually every time we see Shanks, we see those two guys and Yasop together, but we just see Yasop. So maybe Shanks is with Marco, like the theory is, and Oda just doesn't want to show Marco just yet, or maybe he sent Yasop to go do something else because it says that they're within the ruins of a certain island, the Redhead Pirates. So maybe he has like a fleet of them. I don't know. Cause I see this dude with this tattoo, this dragon tattoo. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if that's not if it's important enough. I don't know. But uh, enough with that. Also, the name of the chapter is Luffy versus Commander Cracker, which like very self-explanatory. Like these last few chapter titles have been very self-explanatory. Like the last chapter was like, what was it? Lola is the daughter of the warlord of the crap of Big Mom, something like that. It was something like that. I can't remember the name of it. But a very cool chapter. Like the beginning of it, we have like these like these speeches from Cracker and Yule, I think how you say her name, which I thought was pretty interesting. I think Cracker though, this sword of his pretzel, I think it's pretty cool. But the thing is, I was looking confused. I'm like, okay, so he has this sword and it can multiply with his arm. So I'm like, okay, how is that possible? How can this one sword multiply with arms? Each one is arms. I don't know. I don't know how his ability does that. I don't know. It's just a very weird ability. I don't know. I don't know if he's like a cracker man. I don't know if he's. Well, I mean, it's his arm thing. So the arm thing is his devil fruit power. But I don't understand how the swords multiply. Maybe if he's holding something, it can multiply with his hands. I don't know. Maybe that's the case with his devil fruit. But I don't know. So we already know he's a paramecia. He is in a random bunch with everybody else. But I also still like Luffy still following up with the whole I'm not holding back shit. Um, and then we also saw some throwback here with Luffy, not Luffy, with Nami doing the what is it? Thunderbolt Tempo, which I really enjoyed because I was kind of disappointed. At first, I was like, "Damn, is Nami gonna do anything? Like, is she gonna fight? Like, I mean, she got this new weapon, and Oda don't really just give you like a new weapon and you don't use it." Every time she had an upgrade on her, I forgot what it's called, her tempo. I forgot what the stick called is. But every time she got an upgrade on it, she used it within like the next arc, like within that same arc that she got it, she used it. Um, but I don't know what's going on. I mean, but I really love the Thunderbolt tempo. How she had Pound, which is I guess the nickname for him now, trying to uppercut Bule, and I look like she dodged. It didn't look like it at first, but I think she dodged. And she had Thunderbolt. But we see Luffy go gear third on the elephant gun, and Cracker blocks it. And Luffy says himself that Cracker's armament hockey is the strongest he's faced so far. So I'm like, damn, that's in a lot after um, Doflamingo and well, I guess that's really it. That's all I'm really strong person he fought so far. But that's really something come from Luffy saying this is a strong, like he has a very strong arm in hockey, and like this guy was just tanking Luffy's attacks from his from the shield. That shield was very fucking durable, man. It took an elephant gun. It took a Gatling gun with hockey. Which I like. Luffy is now using hockey more because it was the points last arc. What I like the arc for last, and he was fighting Doflamingo where he just wouldn't use hockey, which I was like, why is he doing this? But I really enjoyed like the kind of back and forth there. Like this guy just tanking Luffy, attacking Luffy, just still throwing the attacks. But and then Luffy getting sent flying, which that movie pretty cool. It's pretzel roll where like I guess he gets a sword, like a sword, or his fist. Is his probably a sword. No, it's a sword. So he gets the sword and like he twists and then it blows Luffy back. And I thought that was a pretty cool move. And he actually blew him through all them trees and it was like I guess killing him. And let's see here. Basically, Bule telling us, oh, this is the information I thought was really interesting. Bule telling us that not only has the Straw Hats invaded Big Mom's territory, but Kid, Apu, Capone, and Rogue all have trespassed on Big Mom's territory, and they all been dealt with differently. I mean, of course, Capone realized like, okay, this bitch is strong. Let me try to ease my way into this family. So that's what he kind of did. And now she said they were dealt with, and the only one of them to do anything of note was Yoro because he took out an executive because she had 4, he took out 1, and then actually Cracker went to go find him and fuck up Yoro, which explains why Yoro was all bandaged up on the Sky Island when we saw Kaido fall. So I'm like, okay, so that's kind of tying up everything because I was wondering why was Yoro all fucking bandaged up and shit, like looked like he was like went to war with somebody. So that was really interesting to know. And I really would like to know, did Kid and Apu go there together? Because if so, does that mean that they formed their alliance first, then they added Hawkins? Or was it just that they just went separately? They probably everybody went separately, but something I was thinking about. But that was really interesting to get that piece of information because I didn't think we were gonna get an explanation of I thought Bele was gonna be like, oh, they just came here and we handled them. I didn't think we were gonna get an explanation of everything that happened with them because I mean it is important, but yeah, to the arc. But I mean I just didn't think that this was gonna be explained, and I'm wondering will this come back? Like, well, of course Hawkins and Apu probably most likely not gonna come back unless like Kaido is gonna go war with Big Mom, which I originally thought that was the 4 Emperor arc was gonna be about. They was gonna be going to war with each other. Which I thought would be cool, but I guess not. Basically, Bule just talking down to her to Nami saying, "Oh, so you guys in the first generation, what's so worse about you all?" And Rich is just interesting too. It seems like everybody in the worst generation has confronted a Yonko. I mean, not everybody, but like they either have a sight set on a Yonko or they has been confronted by a Yonko, except for Jewelry, because I don't know what the fuck going on with her. But it's still speculated that she could be Big Mom's daughter, which I'm not entirely sure of myself, but I mean, hey, might be. It's just I don't know. It's just so weird to me. Like the lipstick thing is the thing that tie all these characters together. I don't know. But we shall see later on if she at this damn wedding. And then like Bule still talking down, saying like, okay, so you guys think you really gonna go in there and stop the wedding and rescue your friends? Like really? You really think you can do that? And basically Cracker is saying the same thing, and then that nigga got dealt with too, which was really interesting to see how he got dealt with quickly. The interesting thing there is Luffy went Gear 4 very fucking quick. Like, he said Gummy Gummy no, and it just went Gear 4 and then did his, I don't know what it was. Oh yeah, before I get to that though, let's talk about this. Nami figuring out that, okay, Big Mom's Vivi card is like controlling all of the objects that had souls in them. And it's, well, I don't know if she could control them or just put them in fear. But, yeah. And then, let's talk about this too. I guess Luffy got knocked to like the other side of the island or like really far away because we get to this house that look like on some fucking is Hansel and Gretel or Jack and Jill. The one of the two kids, you know, so two kids they went to this witch house and they fucking excuse me. And it was like a house made of candy, they were eating it, and she ended up cooking or something like that. I don't know. But this is what something like that house looked like. And Luffy is still like Gatling and all that stuff. And then I guess Cracker said one thing too many to Luffy, saying basically Sanji was gonna be like, he basically just telling Luffy like Sanji has the blood of royalty in him, and he's also can live like a carefree life, especially with the wedding coming up. He can just live, he can live a carefree life with no troubles, with a wife who can do basically anything he says. Because I mean, you know how mafia weddings are. If you guys watch the new anime 91 Days, you see that like as a character on there, she married a family. She married into another family to kind of stop the issues between the families, and um, it was cool kind of see in there that like she was kind of being, she kind of got manipulated into doing it, and then like the guy was like, hey, that baby is gonna save the family and all that stuff. But all that shit, that's something, it's totally different, but just something I seen that was very similar. And he pissed off Luffy, and Luffy went Gear 4. Now I'm trying to find the page where Luffy just went Gear 4. Let's see here. Oh yeah, he went Gear 4 like within like an instant. It ain't like he didn't have to blow up or nothing. He just went Gear 4. So this is kind of reminding me of when Luffy mastered what was it? Was it Gear 2nd or something like that? I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. When he used it the art before, and then basically like a ride to the next island, he kind of mastered it a little bit where he didn't get tired or he didn't shrink down. But I'm interested to see now when Luffy get exhausted, or because he didn't use so much of Gear 4 that he's just he won't be so severely affected. I really want to know that because I mean he didn't Gear 4. I guess I don't know how to what the transform. I guess I don't know. He didn't like get out of the phase when the fight was over. And the fight, I mean, it seems like it's over. It may not be over. I mean, knowing Oda, but I mean, I don't know. It looks like it's over. Like it looked like him and Bule, or whatever her name is, both got defeated in this chapter. I mean, they both could get back up. I don't know, but that would be very interesting if Luffy defeats this guy and knocks him out, and then she only has 2 commanders left. So very interesting to see who is gonna fight those commanders, because if there's on the island, which most likely they are, because the wedding's happening. So that's why I'm thinking it's somebody else is gonna join in to the fight. Jinbei, he's there. Who else? I mean, I'm thinking somebody else is gonna have to join in this fight to help Luffy, because who else can help Luffy fight the commanders? Because Carrot is locked up, Chopper's locked up. Brook and Pedro are doing their own thing, trying to they stealth mode, doing their own thing. And I don't know how helpful that would be against Commander anyway. And Nami, and then I mean that's it really. Well, Sanji is there, so I mean that's interesting. That can have too, but he gonna get ganged up on with his pops and stuff. That he can't do shit with the handcuffs. So it's very interesting to see who is gonna help Luffy defeat the rest of these commanders. Because it was tough for Luffy had to fight this commander, the next commander, then the number 1 executive or commander, or however she's, because they was saying executive and commander, so I don't know how it works there. I mean, I'm saying commander, I don't know. But it's interesting to see what will Oda do with that. Like, will he have Luffy defeat all the commanders, then run up on Big Mom, or will he have him like just go in and take Sanji and get the fuck out of there? I don't know. Very interesting stuff in this chapter though. Really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5 because a very great chapter, man. And I really enjoyed the fight scenes, even though it was more of like just Cracker tanking a lot of Luffy's attacks. But yeah, man, overall, man, I love seeing Gear 4 and Kongon, which I'm a little sad that Luffy didn't do anything else. But like I said, we're gonna see next chapter if Luffy is either gonna sustain this transformation or he's gonna um, bump back down, since it looked like the guy's been defeated and Buella's been defeated too. So hopefully, since Buella has been defeated, Carrot and Chopper can get out and then help them further, like help Luffy. Cause look like for Chopper, cause look like Luffy's gonna be maybe exhausted. So hopefully, this might be something that might happen too. Since Luffy might be exhausted next chapter, they might get captured. There's a very strong possibility that Luffy, Chopper, and Carrot all get captured, and Nami may have to go save him. I don't know. That may have something to do, because remember, Thriller Bark says this arc has a lot of similarities between this one and Thriller Bark. Luffy might get captured, because remember, Luffy got captured during that arc too, and you know, the shadows and shit, and he got a shadow taken and shit like that. So we will see how this works out. And I mean, I don't want to see Luffy get captured again, but I mean, it's something that just may happen because he's gonna be exhausted. And I like how Pound was talking about Big Mom is gonna. Well, Number X was saying like, I'm sorry to get you involved in this, but he like, oh, it's fine, shit. It don't matter anyway, because I mean, I already been like, I'll basically excommunicated from the family anyway. I'm like, yeah, they sent somebody, Big Mom sent somebody to fucking kill you. I don't think you're part of the family anymore. But yeah, that's it, man. Like I said, 4.5 out of 5 stars for this chapter. Really enjoyed it. That's it for me, man. See you guys next week for the next chapter of One Piece. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the video, and also share, man. Get my name out there. Alright, peace.